Hi, everybody. Bob Owens along with Corey Nusma. We're here for Bismarck Demon Wrestling, and we are here with the Mandan Braves. And Corey, it should be a good one.
Yeah, there should be several good matches tonight. There's a couple of them that I'm really looking forward to myself. I know Tate Saylor from Mandan at 152 and Landon McMahon. Even though Saylor is only an 8th grader, he is pretty salty, and it should be fairly interesting on that one. And then there was also one other match that I noticed.
Well, probably a Bridgers match is going to be a good one, too.
So. Yes, that's right. Yes, yep. That was the other one with Emery Slater.
Yep. So it'll be the Slater boys, I would say.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what's happening tonight, we have separated them, and we'll continue to do this. What we're going to do is make sure that you understand that you can watch the varsity boys and the varsity girls. The only thing that you may have on the girls' side is you may have some exhibition matches just prior to that, but you'll be able to separate those out. You don't have to run through the whole reel to find out the answer to those and what's taking place. We also have a special little presentation tonight. If you see a whole bunch of wrestlers coming out, it'll be the kind of the dedication of the Wagner Boys Junior High wrestling team, and those are probably one of the main feeders for Bismarck High wrestling. A lot of people don't realize that when you look at residential neighborhoods and the Bismarck High school district, as is said, a lot of times what happens is people go through a transition where not a lot of young folks move into, so those numbers of children drop down. Grand Forks Central, prime example of that, playing football in a class we would never expect to happen, but numbers have just fallen to that point.
Same thing with Valley City this year. Their numbers are way down as well, I noticed, as far as participating. I know they had a big graduating class last year, but now going forward, they may be having to drop down a class, and there has been discussion of even them going to Class B in the future for wrestling.
And they would be salty in Class B, no question about that. And, you know, Watford City at one time has been up and down on both sides, and probably just going to continue to be up on that A side of things, too. We're going to introduce the lineups right now for you, and you'll see that Mandan has some open weight classes. You'll also see that Bismarck High is probably going to have one of the unique lineups. When you look at a lineup and it's made up of almost all juniors and seniors with what I would call some really classy sophomores, the talent is really deep.
Yeah, Bismarck High is definitely the #1 seed in the Western Dakota Association this year, and they will have probably West Fargo Cheyenne to deal with once it comes from the EDC. But as it stands now, they are the cream of the crop out west. So going forward here with the lineups, for 107 tonight, we have Cade Nusma, a sophomore for BHS, against Alec
Muchenhouse, yeah.
From Mandan, and he is also a sophomore. At 114, BHS is sending out Colton Ireland, a junior. And Mandan has Ethan Samuelson, a junior as well. At 121, BHS has Peyton Weiss, a sophomore. And Mandan is showing Hunter McGrain, a freshman. At 127, Ben DeForest, ranked #1 in the state, a junior for BHS, against Kellen Beneke, another freshman for Mandan. At 133, we have Jobin Habanama, a junior for Bismarck High, and Brooks Lentz, a sophomore for Mandan. 139 is Carson Lardy, a junior for the Demons, and Mandan is open. At 145, Braden Halverson, a sophomore for the Demons. Maddox Slater, a freshman for the Braves. At 152, we have Landon McMahon, a senior for Bismarck High, and Tate Saylor, an 8th grader for the Braves. At 160, we have Tyrus Jangula, a senior for Bismarck High, and Colin Hagney, a junior for Mandan. 172, we have LJ Araraju, a senior for the Demons, against Jackson Olson, a senior for the Braves. At 189, Bridger Owens, yet another senior for the Demons, goes against Emery Slater, a junior for the Braves. At 215, we have Aiden Schlafman, a senior for the Demons. Mandan is open. And at heavyweight, we have Easton Egeberg, a junior for the Demons, with Mandan being open. The coaches for tonight's duel is Jeff Schumacher and Mark Lardy for the Demons, and Tyler Steinwand for the Braves.
And let's talk a couple of efforts from the Rapid City tournament and thus far this year. I think the most improved wrestler in the entire lineup is Easton Egeberg.
There's no doubt.
He has just come on like gangbusters. He was a young, kind of timid heavyweight last year. He's just come on, and he's not somebody you want to tangle with. He has really gotten physical. There's just no question there.
Yeah, his aggression level has went up tenfold from last year. He doesn't even look like the same guy on the mat anymore.
And I don't know if there's a heavyweight out there right now in Class A. There's a couple of really good heavyweights in Class B, but there's a couple of, he's going to compete for a shot at that state title. I really believe that. Aiden Schlafman come off the Rapid City tournament. Boy, I'll tell you what, he put together one fine tournament. 5 wins by 5 pins, if I remember right. 1 loss, took a 3rd place in 61 schools coming into that weight class.
Yeah, he was very impressive out there. It seemed like he got off on the right foot in his first match. He hit his patented fireman's, and after that, he was off and rolling, Bob. He was just a house of fire. He made it to the semifinals, and it was just night and day difference from what you've seen.
And let's be fair to everybody else. If you watched Aiden, you can probably stay away from that underarm deal. If you've never seen him, call the cops, because he can get you. There's no question about that.
That is for sure.
Then we need to spend a little bit of time talking about this little special dude at 172.
Yeah.
LJ has, shall we just say, if you haven't seen a Bismarck Demon wrestler, this guy is going to be listed in one of the greats without a question to come out of this high school.
That's for sure. After what he did at Super 32s and all summer at all the other national tournaments that he went to, he is definitely a special wrestler, and one that you should definitely get out and watch before he is off on his way to Nebraska this year, because he is definitely fun to watch, there's no doubt.
And in the Super 32, for those of you that don't know, it's an invite only. It basically, per weight class, they try to pick the 32 best kids that they can bring in. He was seated, I believe, 9th, if I remember right.
Yes, I believe so.
He not only knocked off number 1, he knocked off number 3 and number 6, and basically just dominated that tournament. He also won the folk style tournament previous to that too, and has shown in national competition just to be incredible. I've always felt that he potentially is one of the greater college wrestlers because of his ability to ride. He can ride people. The kid in the finals at the Big 32, he honestly thought that was going to be an easy match. You looked at his confidence level when he went out there. As soon as LJ took him and controlled him, he was sitting there guessing, what in the world did I tie into?
Yeah, he definitely didn't know what hit him. He might have been reading his press clippings a little bit too much, and coming from North Dakota, a lot of these boys don't get the publicity that the guys from Pennsylvania and New Jersey and the eastern states do. So at these smaller states or whatever, just because you're wrestling in North Dakota or South Dakota or Montana does not mean that they cannot compete with these bigger states in the higher population areas.
And you look at some of these freshmen that are coming into Division I wrestling now, I'm just absolutely flabbergasted where they say, well, this kid is not even supposed to be rated, and then all of a sudden he just wins the dang tournament. Or he'll knock off number 3, or he'll knock off number 2, those types of things. Whenever you try to pick a weight class and you try to pick who are those top 5 or top 6, it really is very difficult because style alone can dictate. You may wrestle really well against this kid, but you may not wrestle real well against this one just because of style. And I think we're going to start out at 145.
Yes, we have Braden Halverson from BHS going against Maddox Slater tonight.
So Slater and Halverson, the one match that you highlighted from the start, and going to be a good one. We're set on the scoreboard. Referee says he's set. So let's see what's happening between Slater and Halverson. One thing about Halverson, he's going to go 100 miles an hour, and he's not afraid to penetrate and shoot. Good takedown, trying to follow it up. Halverson going to pick up 2. Nice job. Halverson and Slater go off the mat. Both of these boys very well put together.
Yeah, Halverson has been putting in a lot of work in the offseason. That's quite evident.
And Halverson's, with that chin drop, he's got Slater in big trouble right away. And, boy, I don't know if he's going to get out of it.
That's pretty tight, Bob.
The referee definitely calling the fall. And that's going to be 45 seconds, not what I was expecting.
Me neither. I was expecting Halverson to be pushed a little bit more by Slater, but like we were saying before, you do not know. You can't compare him until you get on the mat with the guy, then the rubber meets the road.
And Halverson had a really good football season and has physically really gotten to be a much more physical kid. All right, let's go to the next one.
We have Landon McMahon for BHS and Tate Saylor for Mandan. Tate Saylor is an 8th grader and Landon is a senior.
Saylor is a good 8th grader.
Yes, a lot of years in Mat Pack.
Ooh, good throw. Whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Got a little bit of an injury here. I think he stubbed his toe or turned his ankle, or see what happened here. Or is it his knee? Now, he was weight bearing when he came up, but he was having some trouble with it. Hopefully it's just a cramp. That's what I'm hoping for. But again, you can see that he just has the ability to really cause some havoc, and he just does. He's got great quickness, and he explodes well.
Very athletic. Saylor's very athletic. He will be a force to be reckoned with. If you underestimate him, he will do just what he did with Landon there.
He is one good 8th grader. Mandan going to have some years of excitement to watch him in the future. I think it's his knee, to be honest with.
Yeah, Alicia looks like she's working on his knee there. I'm not sure.
Yeah. This would be not a good loss if we have a major injury here, too. Although I don't think that's the case here, just by the way he responded. But sometimes that things lock in, too, afterwards. Because you can hyperextend a knee. And
Landon's up.
Yeah.
Looks like he's ready to go.
Yep. We still got no score. Saylor and McMahon. Ooh. McMahon comes back and counters that wizard. There's a drag series. Comes back into the single. Tries to step it across. Going to give him 2 as he kept those feet inside. Nice job.
2 points of contact, just like we were talking about in the girls' duel.
Yeah. Good, smart wrestling position-wise by McMahon. Saylor comes back. McMahon hits the cradle, and he has got that locked up tight. And he's got him in trouble. If he's able to get off to the side and push that knee up, he's really going to have him in trouble.
50 seconds.
Wow. Wow, that was amazing. So credit McMahon coming back strong. And still a little bit gimpy on that leg, but boy, I'll tell you what, was that cradle tight.
Yeah, he definitely came back. I think a little bit of anger might have fingered in on that one.
And we may have learned something right there. Tate Saylor can be cradled.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
We are now at 160.
And it's 12-0 with Bismarck leading out front.
We have Tyrus Jangula for BHS, a senior, and Colin Hagney, a junior, for Mandan.
Another young man that came off of a great football season is Tyrus. Really played some great defense.
Tyrus's half, once he gets on top, is almost unstoppable. It'd be nice to see if he can work that in here.
Both up.
He was really working hard when he was down in Rapid City. It was very impressive to watch.
The Mandan boy's a junior, is he not?
Yes, Hagney's a junior.
There's two for Tyrus. Going to pick up two on that takedown. Is he able to spin and get behind?
Here comes that half I was talking about.
Well, and he actually rides with what we term a spiral ride, which is a half and a hip and an inside position like an old Navy ride. But, boy, I'll tell you what, it's revolutionized the sport of wrestling. And if you can float with that, you can really cause some havoc.
.47 seconds left here in the first period.
Tyrus out front, 2-0. Remember that Bismarck High only graduated one person off the starting lineup team that won the state title.
I believe they have 7 seniors in 13 weight classes. And that's not counting the alternates that they took to Rapid City.
Right.
Because Devin Halverson and James Nagel also wrestled down there. And they are just behind LJ and Bridger and Tyrus. Nothing to hang your head about there.
No. So Tyrus is going to go down. Oh, we got a caution. Caution to the top man.
Nice reversal.
Ooh.
Straight to the back.
Yep.
Nope. No back points
No
awarded.
back points. He got about 1.5, about what he got. But he did pick up the reversal for 2. And like you said, Tyrus up top is not where you want to be.
I would not want to be in Higney's shoes right now. Let's put it that way.
And they're going to call a caution. Look at that confidence level. Oofta, oofta. That is tight, and that is... Boy, I thought he had him stuck right there. Wow. They did a great job of getting out of there and fighting that off because that was really tight.
We got 1 minute and 9 seconds left here in the second period. Tyrus is ahead, 7-0. Nice adjustment by Jangula. Didn't like where he was at, settled back in. Now he's going to go back to work.
He's got him in trouble. He walks towards his head just a little bit. Wow.
Hagney is fighting.
Yep. Now he's got the reverse half on him. If he gets under there and lifts the head, he's, boy. Higley has just done a heck of a job of getting out of his predicament. Score 10-0.
There's no doubt Tyrus Jangula is tough on top. He definitely proved that in the first 2 periods here.
And he started in the bottom position, so we'll see what's going to happen now. We're going to go to both up here. Nice takedown. Nice little heel pick. Nice movement. That moves it to 12-0. Here comes the cradle.
Your 2 points of contact may be coming into play here. They're right on the edge of the mat again, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, now he's going to go a different direction. He's going to try and bring an arm across the back here. Wow. Going to give him 1 point for his style. This match is going to be over if he's off.
Tyrus is going for the pin here yet.
Yeah.
No.
That's going to be it. Technical fall. 3-point near fall makes it 16 zip. Tyrus definitely dominating there. That brings up LJ.
We're up to 172 now, folks. We have LJ Araujo, a senior from BHS, and Jackson Olson, a senior from Mandan.
And here's a guy that's deceptively stronger than you think he is. You know, he goes out and wrestles some of these guys that look like they're go bear hunting with a bullwhip, and he just muscles them. I can't believe it. But he has such good leverage.
Sometimes it's like the old saying, Bob, show horse and workhorse.
Yeah.
LJ is a workhorse. There's no doubt about it.
They're going to pick up 2 on that takedown. Good hustle on the part of the Mandan boy, too. Olson gets 1 for an escape. Straight to his back with the pick, though. 2 near fall. Now we have a penalty and a potential slam. And if he does not report, he could win this match, believe it or not. He's back up. Credit Mr. Olson.
It's 1:19 left in the first period. We have 8-2 Demons. Excuse me, 1:05 left first period.
Pick up 2 again with that heel pick. You notice that Tyrus probably has picked up the heel pick from LJ because Tyrus's heel pick has just gotten better and better also.
It's got to be such an advantage to have a kid like LJ in the room with the other boys.
You want to make use of him too. That makes it 12-4. And LJ is going for his 5th state title. Only been, what, one other wrestler from Bismarck that's ever accomplished that?
I believe only one other in North Dakota, if I remember correctly.
Well, there's been a 6-time state champ, hasn't there?
Oh, yes, that's true. Shear
Yeah.
from West Fargo was 6-time.
Yeah. Yeah. The 5-time state champ was a young man out of Lakota. Matter of fact, I coached the kid that stopped him from 6 times.
We're going to move on to 189 here, folks. We have Bridger Owens, a senior for the Demons, and Emery Slater, a junior for the Braves.
And Slater comes in with good credentials also.
This was one of the matches that I had kind of circled when we started here.
Bridger comes up, picks him up. Going to pick up 2. If anything, I've noticed the upper weights for all of the Bismarck wrestlers, they've just really improved on their up position takedowns.
Bridger's coming out looking like he's got something to prove here tonight. He went right after Slater.
Here comes that cross-face cradle. Slater got a good base. He doesn't break down easy. There's an escape. Makes it 2-1. 52 seconds first period action.
Nice shot by Bridger.
Another 2-point takedown. Try to crank inside. Got that arm back behind.
Here comes the power half.
Yep. Got him in trouble. If he can keep walking towards the head, he's got him.
Just a little tiny adjustments, 25 seconds.
Yeah.
There's
Going to
back
score
points.
back points. Now he's trying to settle in and put it away. 11 seconds. There's the fall.
Just like we were saying, little adjustments. Bridger just calmed down, settled in, and this tiny,
Yep.
got the pin.
And it's awful hard to fight off your back that way. Well, we've actually seen 3 pins tonight that I was not expecting. So
It looks
Bismarck definitely coming out with some strength.
like they'll have a forfeit here for Aiden Schlafman as Mandan is open at 2:15, it looks like.
Yep. So Mr. Schlafman, better known as Primetime Schlafman.
I wonder if he gave himself that name, Bob.
No, I gave it to him. Yeah. One of the very first times he turned the corner of becoming a real successful wrestler.
And also open is Mandan at 285, so Easton Egberg for the Demons gets a forfeit.
Yep. And again, we talked about Egberg, probably without a question, one of the most improved wrestlers.
107, we have Cade Newsmith for Bismarck, a sophomore, and Alex Muchelnaus, a sophomore for Mandan.
Cade picks up 2 very quickly. Nice job. He's cranking that half Nelson too. And He is settling.
Small adjustments again, just like we were saying with Owens.
Yeah. And again, here's where that 2 points. Credit Alex as he came back and fought off his back there. 4-0. Kate out front.
And they go off the mat. 1:13 left in the first period.
Here comes that power half one more time.
He's got the other arm this time.
Yeah, that's going to get a lot tighter. And sadly enough, there's a lot of time. There's the fall. We're going to go 151 with the fall.
That'll move us to 114. We have Colton Ireland for the Demons and Ethan Samuelson, a junior for Mandan. Colton is also a junior for the Demons.
Make a correction, that was 111 with that pin. Ethan and Colton. And Ireland's has done a good job, but to be quite frank with you, he just needs to mature a little bit. That's what he needs more than anything else. Nice takedown by Ethan.
Colton's a scrapper, though, there's no doubt.
Oh, he has come back and won some matches when he was way down.
Do you remember the Mandan or Minot duel last year?
Oh, yeah.
That was a sight to behold, for sure.
He's got cradle time right now. Ethan Samuelson got a good cradle and a fall. So Mandan on the scoreboard with 6 big ones as they pick up 114.
That'll move the score to 47-6 in favor of the Demons.
And we go to 121.
At 121, we have Peyton Weiss, a sophomore, showing for the Demons.
And they've decided to
Open for Mandan.
Hunter McGrain going to go up, or what are we doing here? Because they had listed Hunter McGrain.
They had Hunter McGrain listed, but I believe Hunter McGrain was wrestling at 107 before this. So at 127, we have Ben DeForest, currently ranked #1 in the state, going against Kellen Beneke, freshman for Mandan. You talk about cradles. Here's a guy that knows how to cradle. Bob.
Yeah. And Ben is just a pinning machine. DeForest in on that single, to the double, moving on up. Picks up 2 on a takedown.
And here comes the cradle.
DeForest defeated in overtime in a Rapid City tournament against probably one of the finer wrestlers from South Dakota. There's your cradle.
Sloan Johansson didn't take the shot, and Ben did. And it was just a counter, kind of a fluky deal. Very good, 2 very good wrestlers, though, no doubt, down there.
And there's the fall by Ben DeForest. 59-6.
Okay, Bob, this is a name I have trouble with here, but we're going to move to 133.
Yeah.
It's Jobin Hamanmama.
Habanama. Uh-huh.
And he will be going against Brooks Lentz, a sophomore from Mandan.
Yep.
I think this is Jobin's second varsity match. He wrestled JV when he was down in Rapid City, I believe.
Yep. And he's another one of these young men who's got some physical tools that if he gets the just the experience level, he's only going to get better. Because he's explosive and he is able to surprise people.
It's just going to be the mat time. That's going to be the deciding factor.
And there's that double leg. by Lentz, and he makes a nice 2-point takedown. Obernoven comes right up, hits that stand-up, tries to get free, trying to face him. Yep, Lentz going to get warned for stalling. What a base Obernoven has, because he has got the ability to just pop up and get his legs underneath him.
Extremely athletic. Caution.
The caution goes against the bottom man this time, I believe.
It's just going to be a matter, if he gets a few more matches under his belt, Bob, you're going to see exponential growth with Jobin. See, look at there.
He's coming out the back door, but he's going to...
He's out. Just an experience thing.
He's got a motor, too. There's no question about that. Lentz doing a good job on that stack series. Going to walk it out front.
Good job by Jobin again.
He may get called for stalling one more time. He doesn't look out there.
20 seconds left here in the first period.
Yep. Exchanged reversals there. Look at this.
Another reversal.
Wow.
Now he's running his half.
Yep. He's not afraid to run it, I can tell you that. All right. We're all knotted up at 4 apiece. Great match we got going here.
Jobin chooses both up to start the second period.
Yeah, I think he should have picked down myself. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
He listened to me. You see, hear that from that far away. That young man's got outstanding hearing. Especially when the other guy's got a warning already for...
That wasn't right.
He's got 1 point for slamming him now. So now he's leading at 5-4 and he's still down.
And there's still the caution. Or the stalling.
Yeah. Warning. Here he comes back up again. Yeah, he learns to get that hand control early and come up. He's going to be something.
It's going to be dangerous.
Yeah. He pushed him off the mat. He's going to do it. There's one.
And he's still down.
Yep, he's doing a great job of scoring here. 6-4. Hobanoven is out in front. Habanama. Yeah, there we go.
We got 1 minute and 30 seconds left here in the second period.
He's fighting it now. There's a good cradle, though. Nice cradle. Lentz comes back.
Look at him roll through. Good job, Jobin.
So Mandan going to pick up a fall. So credit Lentz with the victor.
Nothing to hang your head about on that match.
No, he did a good job. Both boys, both wrestlers, good effort.
That'll move us to 139 tonight, Bob. We have Carson Lardy, a junior for the Demons. And Mandan is open.
Could have had a final score, 65-12 for this duel. Reflecting back, I think up here in these pins that were in the middle weights to the upper weights kind of surprised me more than anything. I did not expect Jangula to handle him as easily, but he did. I did not expect Bridger to take on Slater and handle him as well as he did. But at the same time, Mandan came out and fought well, but like I said, you do not find a lineup like this very often in high school wrestling in North Dakota.
No, the Demons are definitely stacked with senior firepower, and the juniors and sophomores that they have wrestling in the lineup are no slouches at all either.
Well, if somebody moves into 133 right now, and that's a junior or a senior, boy, you talk about pretty solid. And I don't know, Colton is he's just missing the physicality. That's what he's missing more than anything else. And he's not long, so he can't rely on the leverage to come back for him. But otherwise, they just got her done. Now, tomorrow, gonna be at the Valley City tournament, barring any skating rinks out on I-94 that have made shut down the whole thing, because there's going to be some ice. I know that. But what the plan is, 2 years ago, I believe, I went over there, and what I did is we set the camera up and we highlighted lots of matches of interest in the tournament. And they're not hard to find because there's 20-some schools there. So we were able to pick up a lot of the Bismarck kids, and we just kept it rolling. If there was a break where no Bismarck kid was out there and we had a Mandan kid in a close match, called that one too. So it was how it was. Wrestle starts down there at 10:30. Probably, if they start on time and everything, probably come on right away and go from there. I think they go on about 4 mats. So.
Yeah, I think they have 4 mats there. We weren't there last year, and but it is the first time that a lot of these boys will get to see some of the eastern kids from the eastern part of the state.
Yep.
So it would be very interesting to see a lot of the West Fargo Cheyenne kids and some of the boys. I believe Davies is over there as well. And there's also a couple of other Minnesota schools that are going to be there. So definitely the competition will be at Valley City tomorrow. And hopefully you all can tune in and listen to what we have to say.
Hope you enjoyed it. Corey did a great job for the first time out of the chute, and we appreciate that. We look forward to much more wrestling action coming your way, folks. Thanks for tuning in.